think that's where we'll be. Writing it down. Yeah. Okay, next, I'd like to introduce.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. That was a nice
My brother Tom. You can come forward at this time.
No. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. We're here to celebrate Bon and Phyllis 50th anniversary. Wow. Are they here tonight? Actually, I heard an anniversary joke coming in today, so I'll give this to you real quick here. While enjoying an early morning breakfast in a small town in Texas, at a cafe, 4 elderly ranchers were discussing the daily news and reminiscing about the good old days. Eventually, the conversation moved to their spouses. One gentleman turned to the fellow on his right and said, Roy, aren't you and your wife celebrating your 50th anniversary this pretty soon here? And, yep, we sure are, Roy replied. Well, are you going to do anything special to celebrate? The man asked. Roy pondered for a while, and then he replied, for our 25th anniversary, I took Gladys to Mexico. Maybe on our 50th, I'll go down there and pick her up.
On his 50th, he's going to go back and get it. He left her there.
All joking aside, though, 50 years is quite an accomplishment, huh? I mean, 50 years, wow, right? Huh? Hold your applause. I mean, maybe it's not quite wow, right? I started thinking about it, and really, when you get right down to it and crunch the numbers, is it really 50 years? I think not. Let's take a closer look. I did some calculating and charting, and these results may be a little surprising to you folks. So, how much of these 50 years did Bon and Phyllis spend together? Let's think. Well, Dad's a golfer. He goes out with his buddies here, Les and Hart and all the other little hoodlums out on the golf course a couple times a week. And I figured over 50 years, a couple of times a week, 52 times a year. That equals 104 times, really, 2 times a week. When you multiply that by 50 years, it comes out to be 5,200 times in 50 years they've been golfing. And that's at 4 hours around, 2 hours on the golf course, 2 hours in the bar. That equates to about 20,800 hours in 50 years. That's 866 days.
Yeah.
That's 2.37 years.
Oh.
Mom, I'm just taking you from Golden down Lennox 48. Petrified wood.
Yeah.
You like apples, Phyllis?
Yes, I love
How do you
it.
like them apples?
Yeah.
Mom's bowling league, once a week. I'm just going to go through, I'll give you the math. Once a week, 4 hours a league day. Rosa here. All right, and that's 1 hour in the lane, 3 hours in the bar. So minus Dad's golfing, we're at 17,384 days. Minus Mom's bowling, it takes us down to 17,128 days. Dad's fishing, hunting, playing dominoes, poker, and drinking through the lot of it. 452 days without spending time with Mom. We're down to 16,676. Mom, pinochle, girls' beach trips, shopping. She's got more shoes than the Nolde Marcos. Minus 379 days. We're down to 16,297. Dad, working in the garage on special projects. Nobody knows what those are. Special projects in the garage. The garage can also be called the male sanctuary, really. I mean, it's a way to get away from the endless honeydew list that the female spouse can generate. That's 452 days worth. So that takes us down to 15,845. Let me just add something to the garage and the whole honeydew list things. I want to enlighten the ladies in the audience. All right? One of the main things as far as honeydew lists go is the female spouse always wants the male to clean the garage so they can park their car in the garage. If the garage was meant to park the car in, they would call it a car-rage, not a garage. It's called a garage or garbage. You want to park your cars? Park them in the driveway. Okay, let's wrap this up. Mom's beauty parlor, 278 days, we're down to 15,567. Dad, barbershop, 179 days. Now, Mom, looking at Dad, looking at his hair, why he is spending so much time with Sammy the barber, I don't know. Might raise a red flag to me. That's just me. Alright, that takes us down to 15,388. Alright, I can go on and on and on, but let's just see where we're at. 15,388, that's 42 years. 42 years, Mom and Dad. Not 42. We're not going to leave the party. We're not going to file the room. We'll stay and have fun at your little party. Your 42-year party. But rest assured, we know the truth, and we're watching you. Now, I tried to think of a good gift for these guys, and, try to think of a nice gift for them. And really, when you think about it, the first 50 years is the easy part. It's the second 50 years where it gets a little tricky. And, these guys are probably getting they think they know all the answers. They're getting a little overconfident. But it's, when you get overconfident in life, that's when life reaches up and bites you. So, to get you guys prepared for your 50th, I got a little book for you. It's called the Worst Case Scenario Book. And this should get you ready for just about everything. Here, for instance, how to survive a 747 airplane crash with your flotation device.
Good to know.
I don't know, is there any Boeing engineers in the room? I'm just thinking, maybe instead of a flotation device under the seat, they should put a parachute. It's not really that realistic. What I'd like to see is, worst case scenario that happened to me recently, it would be titled, let me see here. It would be titled, Tom suffers diarrhea attack at Sherry's while taking his daughter to dinner. That's not in the book. That's what I'd like to see. Had to take Rachel into the stall. Had to field her little questions. Daddy, who's the man next to us? Dada, why are you making those belly clapping facial expressions? Dada, there is no toilet paper. What are you going to do? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the worst case scenario. And I owe it all to Rick from Empire Glass. But I'm not here to talk to you about diarrhea. I'm here to salute Vaughn and Phyllis. And to do that properly, I thought, what I should do is write them a little song.
Oh, no.
And I thought long and hard about this, and what I wanted to capture in this song was the one great factor that kept these kids together for so many years. The most important element from early on to this very day that has made them the happy married couple that they are. And after thinking long and hard for 2 or 3 minutes, it was easy really. I mean, it came right to me. They had this one thing that other couples did not. A very special thing, a beautiful thing. And I hope you other couples out there will listen to the words of this song and do whatever you can to get this wonderful thing in your lives, even if you have to pay for it. I'm going to ask Johnny Sage up here. He's going to come help me out. Johnny is my music coach and advisor.
Don't think Tom can sing.
Bravo 6, yeah.
Now, I've been taking lessons from John here for 8 months.
Better.
My instrument of choice is the ukulele because it makes me look bigger. John says in 5 or 6 more lessons he's going to let me have strings. This, Mom and Dad, is for you, and I'm sure you will agree that this was and still is the most important element of your happy marriage today. And you might want to get Mom some tissues. Big John, want to give me a D?
That's as good as it's going to get.
Me. 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 Am. Me. Thank you. Thank you. Johnny Sage, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Sage. We have a CD out. It's called Johnny Sage and his girlfriend's ex-husband's greatest hits. That one element that made their marriage so strong, if you don't know by now, was me. You see, in the beginning, their marriage was not always a strong one. They thought by having kids, it would provide them with a foundation that would strengthen the relationship. So along came Gary and Linda. Well, I'm sure I do not have to tell a lot of you, the baby plan didn't work. As Gary and Linda turned out to be Rosemary's babies, or as my Grandma Myrtle called them, those damn Gresham gangster hoodlums. And all Gary and Linda really did was to provide more cracks in that crumbling foundation. Mom, Don and Phyllis's marriage turned into a life of crime and terror. And then something happened that turned everything around. Now I know some of you have heard the story of how I was conceived, that I was an accident. I'm here today to set the record straight. I was no accident. Happy the family dog was not working alone when he chewed through that birth control device. No. He was on a mission. A mission from God. No, ladies and gentlemen, I was not an accident. No, indeed. I was put on this earth and into this family as a divine intervention. Put here to guide this young, bewildered family out of the dark underworld that they lived in. And look where they are today. Their 50th anniversary. Let's stand up. Huge round of applause for me. Thank you. Thank you. In closing, I'd like to offer some advice, some words of wisdom. What's that? Hershey? Oh, thank you. Hershey just said something, and I think, thanks a lot, Hersh. He said, "Hey, Tom, aren't you divorced? What words of wisdom could you have?" Thanks, Hersh. Thanks for bringing that up. Well, Hershey, I was married once for 8 years. Let's give Lori a hand. And for those 8 years, I used these words of wisdom that I'm about to share with Mom and Dad. And I can honestly say, out of those 8 years, the first 7.5 weeks were pretty darn good. Dad, this is a story for you. I hope I get it right here. It's a story, actually, that I heard about Gandhi. And it's something that you should listen to me right now.
Let's hear it right. He's gonna get something.
This is the story of Gandhi.
Gandhi.
Gandhi, at one time in his life, decided that he needed to do some meditating. And in order to meditate, he decided that he must fast. So he went on a 100-day fast. And during those 100 days, he refused to eat food. This is a true story. During those 100 days, the only thing he would take was a little bit of water. And a little boy was put in charge of delivering that water to Gandhi each day. And each day he would come in and give Gandhi a sip of water. And Gandhi would sip from it. And the boy would pause every day to see if Gandhi would say thank you or anything. And Gandhi never did. He was just really hoping for some words of wisdom. And one day, through it, after 98 days, I think Gandhi weighed like 13 pounds. The boy came in to give him a sip of water, and as usual, nothing from Gandhi. The boy turned, and as he turned, Gandhi reached up and grabbed the little boy's arm. And the boy turned to Gandhi. And Gandhi motioned him closer because he was so weak. And as the boy leaned down to Gandhi's lips, Gandhi said these words, "Dad, get me a freaking sandwich." Dad, that helped me a lot. You can learn from that. Mom, my words for you, this is something that I'll never forget. This is something that Grandma Jones told me once. And I think of these words 5 or 6 times a day. She told me once, she said, "Tom, you should always carry a garbage bag in your car because you're going to run into a lot of garbage in your life. And if that bag gets full, you can just chuck it out the window." You might want to learn how to make a good sandwich, too. That's all I have. I just want to say thanks for everybody being here. I'll be appearing at many other local hotels. And congratulations to Mom and Dad.